We're live. Oh, we're live at an angle that I'm not quite used to. Hold on. We're good. I think that's good. I'm Sonny May Cry. You know what today is, right? It's Good Friday. Good Friday. Um don't look at when this video was made. Be glad that I made it. Ew. Okay. Before I start talking, look at this. I'm not gonna show it like that. I just almost spilled it all over my keyboard. I can move this camera, so I'm gonna move it down. Looks good, huh? I just spent the last like 10 minutes, something crazy, trying to find my spoon so I can eat it. And I can't find it. Like, I have a metal spoon that I eat everything with, and I can't find it, so I have to use this one from my drawer. And that's a shame, because I'd rather use the metal one. Anyways, it's been a while since I made a video and uploaded it. I was planning on, because when I got back from, dang, I guess you don't know. So the reason I've been gone for so long is because I went to a conference in New Orleans, and I made a video right after talking about all the shit I did. And I was like, I'm going to upload this on Wednesday, because I got back on Wednesday. I'm going to upload this on Wednesday, and if I don't, then the video's not going up, because I wanted to put like pictures in it and stuff. Like, I'm gonna upload it eventually, probably right after this, actually. But that video was supposed to go up like edited with pictures and videos and stuff, and I didn't do it because I got super busy, and I've been busy, bro. I swear, from that moment until right now, I've been probably the busiest I've ever been in my whole life. Like, this past semester, honestly, not even these past few months, this past semester has been so stressful. And you know, now that we're coming to the end of the semester, first of all, it doesn't even feel like that because I've been working this whole time, right? It feels like, I don't know, it feels like I missed the chilling out part of this semester. But yeah, I've been super busy in the lab. That's actually what I'm going to talk about today. This isn't really going to be a week review because, number one, I don't really remember what happened this week. From like Monday, I don't remember what happened. I know I worked. I definitely know I worked because I have to put it on my timesheet. But from like Wednesday on, I think that's the most I'll cover, and most of it's gonna be for today because today was a very busy day. And I'm gonna use today, what I'm about to talk about, as the reason why I've been busy this past 2 weeks, because it's been more or less, it's just been shit like this. And this is what I did today by Sonny May Cry. On Good Friday, I'm gonna be eating too, so it's not like a story. It's more like I'm eating at you and talking to you. I mean, eating with you and talking to you. What did I just? Here we go. So started today. Actually, it starts on Thursday. So from my research, we're supposed to be finding the physiochemical properties of plant proteins, so that we can compare them in their ability to create meat analogs, which is like fake meat. So right now we're still gathering the physiochemical properties, and we're doing ashing. Hold on, I think this goes back it goes back a little bit further. Like, so that's what we're doing in the lab, but we were originally going to do 2 grams because I have a lot of samples. I have 18 total samples, and I only have so much of it to use, like, of the actual sample to put in these different triplicates. So I was gonna go short. I was gonna do 2 samples for the ashing, you know, because like I don't have an endless supply of hemp seed, soybeans, and chickpeas, right? Like, where am I gonna get all this? I mean, I know where to get it, but I don't want to. I can't always do that, and I don't want to pay for that. So I was going to do just 2 grams for the ashing, but then I was made aware that 2 grams wouldn't be enough, and I need to do 5 grams instead. That means I have to do everything I just did with the moisture determination again, because first of all, I only did 1 triplicate because I'm an idiot, but also I only did it with not enough of the actual samples. I needed to do 5, right? So okay, I'm mad, but that's at least some clarity on what I need to do. This is on Monday. No, this is on sometime last week. I don't remember when this was, but flash forward to Thursday. That could have been on Monday. I think I grabbed him on Monday. That's right. Flash forward to Thursday, and I'm finally starting my actual stuff, like what I'm actually doing. I'm like well into the swing of things. I started on Wednesday, because I grabbed my samples on. I started on Tuesday because I grabbed my samples on Monday, and I weighed them out and stuff. So from Wednesday, I was doing the moisture determination again, and I got the idea. One of my professors told me that instead of putting the freeze-dried samples into the oven, because it's already dried, I could just compare the properties of the freeze-dried and the oven-dried. And I'm like, damn, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that. Okay, so now I'm doing that. I have it in my mind. I'm going to compare the properties of the freeze-dried and the oven samples, right? That's what I'm going to do. Going forward. But then there's an issue. I didn't have enough freeze-dried samples. I just realized that just now. I wouldn't have enough freeze-dried samples to do that. Anyways, fast forward to now, and I'd have to rebake a whole batch of sample. I don't want to do that, as you'll see. Flash forward to, I think today, Thursday, or yesterday, Thursday. Wednesday, I decided I'd be comparing the freeze-dried and the oven-dried samples, the two dried samples. Thursday, I'm starting to compare them, right? I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the oven-dried samples to the side, because right now I have to do ashing, right? So I'm going to find everything I need to do, plan everything out, and then tomorrow I'm going to do it. Everything all at once. I'm going to do the moisture content, water activity of the oven-dried samples, and I'm going to do the ashing, right? Flash forward to today. We just planned all that out. The person I'm working with, who is like mentoring me in my mentor's place, she's a lab tech. She's like, this is all good. This is exactly what we're going to do tomorrow. I'm like, that's what's up. Finally, I know exactly what I'm going to do the next day, right? Flash forward to today, Friday. Right before I left yesterday, she said, in order to do all this in one day, in order to get all this done in one day, this is a lot, you're going to have to come in early. Fuck. Okay. I'll come in early. That's fine. I haven't missed a single class of organic chemistry and I'm still failing. So me missing a class is like, I may as well not even fucking go to the class. I'm at a 54 right now. It's over for me in that class. He didn't grade the last test, to be fair. So I could just eat my words in a few videos, but it's over. For all intents and purposes, it's over. I'm going to take the final and whatever happens, happens. That is to say, I'm not going to go to class. I'm just going to skip that class. I'm going to go to calculus and then skip organic chemistry to do my lab work. Like, the lab work is more important. So I wake up at 8 o'clock and my calculus class starts at 8. So I'm already late. It's going to take me like 20 minutes to get ready. So I think to myself, what should I do? Should I show up to calculus 30 minutes late in a 50-minute class? Or should I just cut my losses and go straight to the research? I decided, yeah, I'm going to go straight to the research. Knowing that I should be studying calculus because there's a test next week, Wednesday, right? Keep that in mind. That's going to come back. So, mind you, this is today. I grab everything I need because I'm going to work on my lab reports. On Wednesday, we were let known that all the lab reports are going to be due at the end of this week on Saturday into next week, Wednesday or Thursday. So now I have the added stress of the lab reports that I need to do for food analysis. Some of them I started, some of them I didn't, right? So I'm going to bring my lab coat because I needed to do my lab work, my laptop, my notebook, and all of my lab manuals, which I keep in this cool little folder that I got at the NRCS conference that I probably talked about on the channel. If not, sorry. But I'm not going to ever again. So if I didn't, then you'll never know. Yeah, my food's getting cold, sorry. So I get breakfast because Lamaya gave me the idea to get breakfast. Lamaya, if you're watching, this is for you. You get to, why not? Yeah. Oh, this is a good one. I don't think I've made a heart this well. It's fitting, huh? I just fucked it up. Whatever. What was I saying? Oh, I get breakfast, right? And I make my way down. Now, I walk into this lab, and I knew from the very start, I don't know what it was, I felt exhausted. I was so tired this whole day. Even right now, I'm kind of tired. The lab tech gave me soda, which did help, but I was still tired. Ooh. Ooh, that's good. Okay. So I'm walking in tired. I put all my things down. I put on my lab coat. I look in my bag because we couldn't go put the samples in the furnace until the lab technician of that lab. We don't have a furnace in our lab. We have to go all the way down the hallway with these big ass, heavy ass desiccators with the samples in them, all the way down the hallway just to put it in the oven, right? And it's a drag every single time. I hate it so much, but we have to do it. Today we got to use a cart because it was finally free, so it wasn't that bad. But I still hate. I hate doing it. And she didn't come in. The lab tech didn't come in until like 9:20. So I'm there at like 8:55. I think. I don't remember when I got there. Probably closer to 9 than that. Probably there at 9. I'm in the lab. I open up my bag. I take all my bullshit out, like I just said. And I'm thinking, yeah, let me knock out some of these lab reports. Because the first one that I have to do on Saturday. Assigned on Wednesday. Do on Saturday. That's nothing. I could do that in like 5 minutes. A little bit longer than 5 minutes. Probably like an hour. But I have plenty of time until the lab tech comes, right? So I open my bag again. Because I did close my bag to find nothing. I went in there to find my lab manuals, but I left them right there where you see that jacket is. That's where I left it, right on my bed. And I was mad. But before I had time to get mad, the lab tech came in, just knocked on the door, opened up. We're here. Great. Now I can go put my samples in the lab. So the whole time I'm asking the lab tech of my lab, I'm like, okay, Dr. Jen, what am I going to do? What are we going to do today? And she gave the rundown again. I'm like, great. So while the samples are in there for like 30 minutes, she said 30 minutes. The samples are going to be in the oven, in that furnace, not the oven, the furnace. 30 minutes. It worked really fast. Granted, it is at 600 degrees Celsius, so you would really think it'd be fast. So we put all our samples in there. I'm thinking it's going to be 30 minutes. Look at me. Bushy-tailed, bright-eyed. I'm feeling like the man, right? This is open and shut. 30 minutes? And we have 18? That's open and shut. Easiest shit of my life. 9 goes in there for 30 minutes. Other 9 goes in there for 30 minutes. We do all the chemical shit and we're done. Easiest lab of my life. I don't even know why we got here so early. Right. So, we put our samples in the furnace. We close it up. It was a whole process to get it done in the first place. Like, there's a whole bunch of bells and whistles you have to press and blow on, I guess, to turn on the furnace. And then it starts smoking. I'm like, okay, that's normal. The shit is burning in there. That makes sense that it'd be smoking. But it's getting everywhere. And they were scared that it was gonna, like, smoke out the whole building. Because we're all the way at the first floor. That's where all the labs are. Or that's where our labs are. There's more labs on the top floors. But we can't use them. We can't use them. So we're stuck downstairs in the boiler room. And all the air is circulated. All the hot air from upstairs gets circulated down and replaced with the cold air, right? So we're moving all the air, the hot ass air down to where we're working, and then the air from down here is being circulated back up, including the smoke, right? So the smoke wasn't that bad with those first ones, but for the future one, the one we have to do in 30 minutes, we're gonna have to put that tube on, that like funnels the smoke away. Like it filters the smoke if you want to get smoke samples. I don't give a shit about smoke samples. I'm gonna end up biting my words, tongue, ass, whatever, about that because I'm pretty sure that's very useful information. Nobody said anything to me about smoke samples though, so we're good. We're going back to the room. I'm like, okay, 30 minutes. From 30 minutes from now, I'll go back in. In the meantime, I'm going to process some of these moisture content and water activity samples. As soon as I start, she's like, my lab tech, she's like, what are you doing? Did we not talk about this yesterday? I think. I would never say that. Instead, I say, the shit you told me yesterday. The same thing I was doing yesterday. I'm going to process these water activity and moisture content samples. What's the big idea? She's like, what's the point of doing moisture content? The point is that you told me to. The point is that I said I wanted to. The point is to get the moisture content of these oven-dried samples. That's what I would think. But instead, I get let known right there in the moment, right after being approved to do that there's no point in doing the moisture content because it already cooks the shit inside of there. Mind you, all I need to know is the moisture content and the water activity. I'm not going to pre-bake a whole new batch of samples. This is just the one thing I want to do. I want to compare it to the freeze-dried samples. It'd be a waste of time, apparently, because it's going to be the same, even though one is more dried out than the other. Whatever. Okay, I don't care. We're long past this, right? So what does it matter fighting it? That shit pissed me off, though. That made me really upset. But whatever. 10 more minutes till the samples are done. I'll just go check right now. Right? So I go walk in there. I open up the oven. And it looks good. Right? But then I hear to my left, the samples are going to have to be put in a little bit longer because y'all put 5 grams in there. We usually don't do big numbers like that. We're like 0.1, 0.2 grams for our experiments. 5 grams is a lot. Okay. How long is it going to take? Two hours. Huh? 2 hours? 2 hours. I have to do this shit twice. And then I have to work with the chemicals in one day. And I have to put it in there for 2 hours. Right. Surely this is a mistake. Why is it 2 hours? That's standard procedure. I couldn't tell you where the fuck she got 30 minutes from. How do you even think of that? 30 minutes? I should have known. As soon as I heard her give the reason, I'm like, what the fuck? That's genius. Why did she say 30 minutes? Of course it would take longer. Oh my god. And they put it in for 2 hours with the little baby samples. So whatever the fuck we have to do right now is probably going to take longer than 2 hours. I have a class at 11. Thankfully, it's literally right across the hall. Like, you open the door and the classroom is right there. That's what I mean. Is right across the hall. So there's no problem getting in and out of class. The issue is I don't want to be in here the rest of the day. I have other shit that I want to do. I have to work on these lab reports. So I go and I ask my lab tech, like, two hours? Is this really? She says, yeah, it would take longer. That makes sense. Yeah. I'm glad we're realizing this makes sense right now. Because, I mean, if I had been convinced it was going to be a quick job or something, I'd be gutted right now. Like, good thing I prepared to stay here all day, right? Yeah. If you recall earlier on about the lab reports, I said that the notebook, the little folder that I keep with all the lab reports in it, is not in my bag. It's actually on my bed where that jacket is, remember? So I don't have the shit that I came here to do. Like, that was what I was going to do to pass the time. And now I probably would have got like 3 of them done because I was, of course, there for 4 hours. I was there longer for them 4 hours. I was there from 9 a.m. until 3. No, 4. 9 a.m. until 4. Most of that shit was just waiting. Actually, most of that shit was... Okay, so... I see I don't have my shit. I see the class is about to start. I'm like, fine, whatever. I'll just go to class. Right out of class, I'll go and grab my shit. Fine. In the middle of class, I go and I grab the samples. And then I put in the new ones, right? All is fine and well. Actually, no, I just looked. I just remembered. I just looked. I didn't grab them until after I left the classroom. So when I leave the classroom, that's when I go and I grab the samples out of the furnace. Right. So then I walk all the way back from the lab, all the way back to the dorm. And I grab my notebook. I'm telling you, it took me like, I don't know how I didn't just get back in bed. Because usually when I'm done with classes, I get right in that fucking bed and I go right to sleep. Because, nobody's around. Like, I'm not going to do homework on a Friday. I'm not even in the lab. Like, I'm done with my classes for the week. I'm done with my lab work for the week. I'm getting in that bed. I'm going to sleep, right? But no, not today. I'm here for business. I grab my folder and I make that long, arduous, hot-ass fucking walk all the way back to the lab. I don't know what happened from the time that I left the lab to now, but I was wearing a long sleeve. I was wearing a long sleeve black shirt because it was cold in the morning. It was like 50 degrees. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll wear the long sleeve and I'll just be in the lab all day until I'm done. Like, it's going to be a 2-hour lab. So, I get there at 9. I leave at 12. Fine, right? Right. So, yeah, I had to come back upstairs. I had all my shit ready to go. I had to come back upstairs and change my shirt into what I'm wearing right now. Shout out to Lamaya. She got it. Well, I bought it, but she picked it out. It's a fire shirt, too. I'm not going to stand up and show it because my food is getting cold and I'm mad. But, yeah. What else? Yeah. And then I left my wallet. Like, I walked outside and I left my wallet, so I had to come back up a third time and grab my wallet. Like, so many little things were compounding into the worst, most busiest, most ass day ever. I'm going to take the first bite, if you don't mind. I'm getting a bit hungry. Yo, this shit is fire. Hold on. All right. Alright, so I got my wallet and I go back to class. Or back to the lab. So I'm sitting in there a little bit longer. Actually, no. Lamaya had just finished class. So we walked back from her class to the lab. And I don't know how long we were sitting there doing nothing. But eventually the second sample is finished. So you go back, you grab the samples. Fine. Now we're standing in the lab like, okay, what are we going to do? Because right now it's around 3 o'clock and we're going to be here till probably 6 or 9 trying to get these damn samples. I'm like, maybe since we have the lids on the crucibles, maybe we could just go home. Mind you, I knew that shit wasn't going to work. I knew she was going to say no. Because yesterday she said that we had to sit in the lab with the ash samples until they all get processed. Because it's very volatile or whatever. But today, she was feeling nice. She was like, it's okay. I know you're tired. We can just leave for today. And come back on Monday. After you wrap the crucibles in the desiccators with foil. With aluminum foil. That shit was tedious. As you could expect, wrapping these big ass desiccators in a layer of aluminum foil. That was not a fun time at all. But, we get it done. We got it done. And I left the lab right after that. And it feels like I've been running on fumes ever since. I need to eat this food. what was I saying? I guess it's the end. After that, I just came here and I ordered this food, and I sat down and recorded a video. Was it Good Friday? I think it was a Good Friday. Even after all that, like now that it's finally done, like objectively, probably not a Good Friday because I have so much homework to do. I'm probably gonna be doing that the rest of the day, but it was a lot of fun in the lab. Even though I was just bitching about it, I had fun. It was super tedious though, and I feel like I made a few mistakes along the way, but that's for Monday to decide. Yeah, I'll say it's a Good Friday. It was a Good Friday today. With that, that's the end. That was my presentation. I took like 3 bites of this food, and I guess you probably finished your whole thing. I'm gonna eat this right now. Probably on the way back. Yeah, I'm Sonny May Cry. This has been Good Friday. I don't know which one. Probably 5th. I think it's the 5th. I'm not gonna check. I'm pretty sure it's the 5th. Thank you for watching. Don't expect any videos anytime soon because I am very busy. But if you see one on Tuesday, shit, probably Thursday. Honestly, if you see one at all next week, even on Friday, like if you see a video next week, consider that a blessing. Also, I think I'm gonna upload that video I recorded because it's there. Like it's not a bad video. I mean, it sucks a little bit because I'm talking about how I'm editing shit in and I'm not. It sucks, but I might put it up anyways. You'll know before I do because you can see. So yeah, thank you for watching. I've been Sonny May Cry. Be blessed, stay blessed. I don't know, blessings. We'll see you later, and I'm gonna press the button again. Actually, we'll click today. Bye now.